coming around again.
Carly Simon is an American musician and songwriter whose success has spanned over 5 decades. With a voice that captivates and enthralls audiences, Carly has carved out a remarkable career for herself in music. In the early 1970s, Carly Simon's songs were like letters from an impossibly cool older sister, confiding about the fault lines in our parents' marriages, dishing the dirt on that famous jerk she'd dated, reassuring us that she'd had her heart broken, too, but had moved on to someone much better. After researching her best-selling memoir, I decided to give you the true story of Carly Simon's life and facts that even her most devoted fans have definitely not heard. Carly Simon was born on June 25, 1945, in the Bronx, New York City. Her father, Richard Simon, was the co-founder of Simon & Schuster and a classical pianist who often played Chopin and Beethoven at home. Her mother, Andrea, a civil rights activist and singer. Her father was from a German Jewish family, while her mother was Catholic. Her maternal grandfather, Friedrich Heinemann, was of German descent, and her maternal grandmother, Ophelia Oliet, known as Chibi, was a Catholic originally from Cuba and was of Pardo heritage, a freed slave descendant. Ophelia was raised primarily in England by nuns until the age of 16. A 2017 episode of PBS show Finding Your Roots tested Simon's DNA, which included 10% African and 2% Native American, likely via her maternal grandmother. Simon was raised in the Riverdale neighborhood of the Bronx and had 2 elder sisters, Joanna and Lucy, and a younger brother, Peter, all of whom died of cancer, predeceasing her. They were raised as nominal Roman Catholics, according to a book of photography Peter published in the late 1990s. Simon began stuttering severely when she was 8 years old. A psychiatrist tried unsuccessfully to cure her stuttering. Instead, Simon turned to singing and songwriting. I felt so strangulated talking that I did the natural thing, which is to write songs, because I could sing without stammering, as all stammerers can. Simon attended Riverdale Country School and spent at least 4 semesters at Sarah Lawrence College. She also attended Juilliard School of Music. Simon's career began with a music group with her sister Lucy Simon as the Simon Sisters, with Lucy singing soprano and Carly contralto. Signed to Cap Records, they made their television debut performing on Hootenanny on April 27, 1963. They released 2 albums for the label. The first being Meet the Simon Sisters in 1964, which produced a minor hit for the duo with the single Winkin, Blinkin' and Nod, a children's poem by Eugene Field that Lucy had put to music. Their second album, Cuddlebug in 1966, soon followed. In 1969, the sister duo broke up and Carly began her solo career. Within a year, Simon had secured a major label deal with Jack Halsman's Elektra Records, which issued her eponymous 1971 solo debut. Not unlike her peers Carole King and Joni Mitchell, Simon wrote in an introspective, confessional style and had her first taste of success with the Grammy-nominated That's the Way I've Always Heard It Should Be, a top 10 hit that questioned the merits of marriage. She followed it in November of that year with Anticipation, a similarly successful record whose title track, supposedly written before going on a date with Cat Stevens and later used in a series of popular Heinz ketchup commercials, also became a significant hit. After winning the Grammy Award for Best New Artist in March 1972, Simon became a household name with the November release of You're So Vain from her third album, No Secrets. A canny takedown of an arrogant male lover, the song became a massive chart-topping hit around the world, sparking decades of speculation about the identity of its subject. Simon has hinted that it was written about 3 different men, only one of which, actor Warren Beatty, was revealed. The album, too, was a big success, reaching #1 in numerous countries and going platinum in the US. Around this time, Simon married fellow singer-songwriter James Taylor, who duet with her on 1974's Mockingbird, another top 10 hit from her 4th album Hotcakes. That album's sense of joy and domestic tranquility resonated with fans and helped it reach the #3 spot, just behind Simon's label mates Bob Dylan and Joni Mitchell. Released a year later, Playing Possum represented more of a shift toward rock and adult contemporary pop, with strong material like Waterfall and Attitude Dancing, and a rather controversial cover photo of a lingerie-clad Simon that earned yet another Grammy nomination, this time for album packaging. She kept on cruising through the second half of the 70s, taking on even more of a soft pop glow on 1970 SIX's Crafty and Other Passenger, an album which featured backing by members of the Doobie Brothers and Little Feat, and yielded the Michael McDonald-penned hit It Keeps You Running. A year later, Simon was asked to write the theme song to the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. Her contribution, Nobody Does It Better, was an instant classic, becoming another international chart topper and one of the Bond franchise's best-loved themes. 1978's Boys in the Trees put her back in the top 10 after Another Passenger's somewhat disappointing sales. It was also a creative triumph with a more varied array of moods and styles, including the jazzy hit You Belong to Me. Simon ended the decade with 1979's Spy, a commercial disappointment that nonetheless produced a handful of standout cuts, including the fan favorite Never Been Gone. Simon began recording more songs for films in the 1980s, including Coming Around Again for the film Heartburn, 1986. The song became a major adult contemporary hit, and the Coming Around Again album appeared the following year, to further critical acclaim and commercial success. The album earned Simon another Grammy nomination, went platinum, and spawned 3 more top 10 adult contemporary hit singles, Give Me All Night, The Stuff That Dreams Are Made Of, and All I Want Is You. With her 1988 hit Let the River Run, from the film Working Girl, Simon became the first artist to win a Grammy Award, an Academy Award, and a Golden Globe Award for a song composed and written, as well as performed, entirely by a single artist. One of the most popular of the confessional singers/songwriters who emerged in the early 1970s, Simon has 24 Billboard Hot 100 charting singles and 28 Billboard Adult Contemporary charting singles. Among her various accolades, she has won 2 Grammy Awards from 14 nominations and was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame for You're So Vain in 2004. AllMusic called her one of the quintessential singer-songwriters of the 70s. She has a contralto vocal range and cited Odetta as a significant influence. Simon was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1994. She was honored with the Boston Music Awards Lifetime Achievement in 1995 and received a Berklee College of Music Honorary Doctor of Music degree in 1998. In 2005, Simon was nominated for a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but she has yet to claim her star. In 2012, she was honored with the Founders Award from the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. On November 5, 2022, Simon was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.